Assalamu alaikum. I've been walking on this road since I opened my eyes.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I see a speech in front of me and I can read it and I never read it.
To the gates of Jannah.
I generally say a couple of words, but I intend to say more than that today. I first of all like to welcome our Queens Muslim students and our fellow brothers and sisters from Kingston community to this gathering. We value this gathering very much because it bonds us. For a Muslim, there is no need to differentiate themselves on the basis of profession, living, power, so on and so on. So it gives me great pleasure to see people learning the knowledge. Knowledge of science, knowledge of humanities, and knowledge of engineering is not separated from the knowledge of Islam. Whatever you do, excel in it. Because as a Muslim, wherever you are an excellent performer, as an engineer, as a doctor, as a scientist, it will be great for the whole Muslim movement. There's one thing I wanted to share with you, that as a student, this seed which you are putting in one day will grow. The second thing which I want to say to you is promising something and keep it. Wouldn't it be much more important that we realize that once we are making that promise, think about it, can I make it? Or just to make things pleasant, I say, yeah, I will come. And when the time comes, when the venue is there, we even don't want to send a message that I know. This is very important. The reason, because it reflects you more than anybody else. If we can't keep promises, which is, by the way, Prophet ﷺ said, it is one of the identification of one who is hypocrite. So we must avoid this thing because it embarrasses us. It reflects upon every one of us that we are not keeping our promises. So whenever there is a meeting, you schedule it, stick to it. Obviously, sometimes things don't happen as one intends to, emergencies, just make a regret. Tell them in advance that you can't come. That's the piece of advice I have been seeing in myself and many other people. So I thought I will share with you. Just keep it in mind, and maybe in your practical life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you. I want you to enjoy this evening, have a good time, and being a young fellow, look forward, inshallah, years ahead in front of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, and never forget that you are servant of Allah wherever you are.
Commended for that, so I just want to give him the opportunity to please come up and answer your
MashaAllah, it is a joy to address any congregation, especially of young people. It is near and dear to my heart, always. Young people that are very involved with MSAs, they are attending the meetings, they are there, they are doing whatever khair, you always see their face, and mashallah, they're very motivated. In fact, you always see the spirituality around them. You look forward to meeting them. And then what happens? Then they graduate. And then they go into, and then become the part of the corporate structure. And then you're like, wait a second, whatever happened to that brother over there? Whatever happened to him? What happened to him? Oh, we don't know, we haven't seen him. Has anybody seen him? Does anybody know about him? Well, nobody knows, So the point is, what happens, this has actually happened so many times that I think it deserves, in an occasion like this, it deserves a mention that, mashallah, when we're young and we're discovering our ways, there is a lot of passion and energy. And indeed, throughout we see that, the Islamic movements, whichever prophet it came, the young people were the first to actually come around and actually be that source of support. But what's happening right now is a lot of times, once you are away from that environment, then as if somebody else owns you, and it can very well happen. I know a lot of them say, oh no, I would never be like that. No, but it can happen. The corporate culture sometimes has a very strong pull. So my sincere hope and my prayer is that these brothers that we see around us, mashallah, who are involved, and I can certainly name more than a handful who are involved, then I hope you don't become a stranger. At least, inshallah, I'm happy to be here, and here and other brothers are here. I hope we are all in contact with each other, even when you move on and you do your own thing, and may Allah give you success in whatever you do. But we would really like you to stay a part of this community, to stay a part of this mosque. And I even mean that even if you happen to relocate, go to another city, don't forget your roots, don't forget the people who have wished well for you, who have prayed for your success, and where you have contributed. So please, one thing always bear in mind, that, and it is something very cliche, it's been told to me, but it stuck to me. Islam is not a sprint. Islam is a marathon. Which means that don't think about doing something here and there and that's it. Think of a lifelong commitment. How you are going to serve the deen throughout your lifetime, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen your hands. If there's anything I myself personally can do or this organization can do, come to me, come to Brother Salim. Inshallah, we are here. We are going to support you as much as we can in your endeavor. Please stay connected. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be with you. Jazakumullah khair.
And say Allahu Akbar.
With that, brothers and sisters, I would like to once again formally congratulate you all for making it through this year. And I would like to thank you all for showing up tonight for our annual welcome dinner. So please enjoy, relax, socialize with, and take a breather from the exam stress that I know many of us, including myself, have been facing lately. On behalf of Munsa and the entire executive team, I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, actually, to thank each and every single one of you for making this year all that much better, enjoyable, and more importantly, special, and memorable for that matter, for every single one of us here today. So Jazakallah for that. I wanted to share something with you all today. That's something that has been really special for me, why I wanted to be part of the MSA, what motivated me, right? And I gave him that introduction, and he's like, you should definitely share it with the ISK as well as Munsa. So here it goes, inshallah. I hope it's an inspiration and some motivation for you guys. So this story is me. So I was born and raised in Calgary, Alberta, growing up in the Western Canadian culture. I had families, friends there, living there from the very beginning, and being content with the way that I was living, I thought, that I was ultimately happy, and I honestly thought that the purpose of my life was essentially being fulfilled. So, however, there came this one day, and you may ask what this day is. It was a really special day for me. Now that I think of it, it was essentially when my parents came up to me and they told me and my siblings something that was really strange and kind of made me upset. And it was basically it would require us to give up on something that we worked so hard to build. Our friends, our friendship, our social networks, and whatnot. So essentially, that was the fact that we were moving to Saudi Arabia, right? So that was essentially what it was. And it was a new and unknown place. We didn't really know about it. We thought we would never get used to it. But essentially, the years went by and we got a chance to move there, and I began to appreciate it. My family started adjusting, and more importantly, I started learning a little bit more about Islam. However much I could. And alhamdulillah, I was given the liberty to do Umrah as many times as I can without the need of an Umrah visa, right? Alhamdulillah, that's been a huge blessing. And the other thing was that the sound of the adhan could be heard at Doha and Nasr in my American international school. So it was a different experience, something that you wouldn't really have here. But just as I began to enjoying these things, as with many things, they do come to an end, right? So my time in Saudi kind of came to an end, and it was time for university with a different lifestyle. So next thing, if you guys know, I found myself here in Queens, and I tried to get back with my old lifestyle. I thought I would come back to all that, but at this time I didn't really know Humsa existed or the Muslim Association existed, or it could have been the fact that I was too lazy to kind of even look into it. For that matter, but I thought I'd get used to everything, but something was different. I I was missing something. There was something that I didn't know what it was. I carried on with the year that went by, and I didn't know, but nevertheless, for the summer and winter terms, I'd always go back to Saudi to visit my family. And so, essentially, there's this one December break. So December of 2012. I believe that's when it was. It was the same routine. I went back to Saudi. I expected to do Umrah. I'd be like, just visit my family. I'll come back. Just 2 weeks. It goes by pretty fast, right? And something very different happened that didn't really happen before. I didn't get a chance, to do Umrah. I thought it was a given. I thought I would. It was something special for me. But my parents even asked me, you want to come to Umrah? And I was like, I think there's not much time. I can't do it. I honestly, I came back without doing the Umrah. I'm like, there's far more capable brothers and sisters there who deserve so much better. Alhamdulillah. And I was given that opportunity and I didn't do it, right? But back then I came back and I felt really, really bad. I'm like, I had this empty feeling inside of me that kept on bugging me days in and out. That you were there in Saudi, you were right there, you had the opportunity, and you didn't take care of that, right? So this one night that I probably won't forget. I went into my room, shut the door, sat down and just reflected, right? It was pretty emotional, and I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm like, Ya Allah, why is it that I don't feel happy anymore, right? I'm back in Canada, I always wanted to come back here, but why is it that I don't feel happy anymore? There's something that I'm missing. Why is it that my high school friends that I grew up with, as a child, we had so many things in common, and we still do, alhamdulillah, we still do, but why is it that they're doing things that are different that are forbidden for me, and I can't get involved with any of those things, right? Yet, I'm trying to do the right thing, but I feel so alone. Why is that, right? So I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I asked Allah, Ya Allah, if you truly exist, and I know you do because I've seen the things that you showed me. And for example, moving to Saudi Arabia, I thought it was a huge, it was a disaster going back there. But alhamdulillah, it's been one of the best decisions my family actually made in terms of deen and getting familiar with Islam a little bit more. And I said, Ya Allah, if you truly exist, let me do something for Islam. Introduce me to individuals. I don't know anybody here. I'm really new. Kingston's I'm from a city. I know it's a small town for me, first time. Show me some individuals, and let me lead a community. Let me do something greater for a community. And that was something sincerely that I asked at that time. It was one of the lowest points that I had in my first year, to be honest. And now, alhamdulillah, it's something that I want you guys to all reflect upon, and I hope that you guys take it as a reminder, because now, 3 years later, I'm honestly, honored and privileged to be standing in front of you, because, what I had asked for is sitting right in front of me today in this very room. The community that I asked for, the people that I wanted to see, that I wanted to be familiarized with, are right here, and it's each and every single one of you guys. So, and alhamdulillah, I want to say thank you so much for making this year a very special year, and, SubhanAllah, after going through all this, I can honestly say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners. And if you make a sincere dua and you stick to it, no matter how many years go by, 1, 2, 3, 4, for me it was 3.5, but essentially it does come true. So, that's just a small story. I hope it was inspirational, if not entertaining, I hope. But, it's important to, trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and keep it at that. So, love there for that, and, that was what I was thinking of talking about. I hope it came across well. But inshallah, that's my story, and please keep it in your mind, and whenever you think that something's not going right, think about it, and inshallah it will come true. Okay, so I'm still there for a year. Okay, calm down. Okay, so.
ah.